Good afternoon. I am Brendan Flato.
I'm Tyler Moyer, and this is the voice of Duquesne Live. This past Friday the 10th, the Ecology Club hosted a plant sale right in the Student Union atrium. Many students showed up supporting the event, with the club selling spider plants and more. All of the plants being sold by the Ecology Club they grew themselves over in Mellon Hall. Plants were selling for as little as $5. Tay Martin, the vice president of the Ecology Club, who was helping run this sale, stated that they were on this event because plants make people happy, but they also help raise awareness of taking care of our environment. Follow the Ecology Club's Instagram page to stay updated and keep an eye out for more fun events.
Last Thursday, the Pittsburgh Penguins played the New York Islanders at PPG Paints Arena in their home opener of the 2025-2026 season. Our Betsy Bowden has more on the story.
Last Thursday, the Pittsburgh Penguins hosted their home opener against the New York Islanders at PPG Paints Arena and didn't disappoint. The Penguins' home opener was a special one this year, as Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin, and Chris Letang entered their 20th season together, making them the longest tenured trio in North American professional sports.
Being at the Penguins' home opener was a lot of fun. It was really great to watch them start the season off at home with a win and watch the start of the 20th season with Crosby, Malkin, and Letang.
The trio was honored before the game and has been posted all over the Penguins' social media pages for the past few weeks. The number 1 2025 overall draft pick for the Islanders, Matthew Schaefer, played his first NHL game, which also brought in avid hockey fans, and Schaefer scored his first career assist. The Pens won 4-3 against the Islanders in a close one, and Justin Brazeau scored the game-winning goal. Crosby, Raquel, and Brunick also contributed goals throughout the game. PPG Paints Arena was truly fired up throughout the game for the opener, and fans did not leave disappointed. This is only the start of the Penguins season. If you want a good discount and make sure you don't miss out on the fun, get Student Rush tickets through the Penguins website. This is Betsy Bowden with the Voice of Duquesne Live signing off.
Thank you, Betsy. Now in sports. After a week off, the Duquesne women's soccer team returned to action to take on the Billikens in St. Louis, Missouri, this past Sunday, October 12th. St. Louis scored both of their goals in the first 45 minutes. The Dukes ended up losing 2-1 with their lone goal coming 8 minutes into the second half off a Maya Matissa pass to Brianna Moore for the goal. It was a historic goal for Matissa and Moore, as they are now the top scoring tandem in Duquesne history with 106 combined points. The Dukes return home for a breast cancer awareness game against Loyola Chicago tonight on Rooney Field.
The Duquesne men's soccer team returns home from the Bronx after falling short to Fordham on Saturday, October 11th, the final score being 1-0 Rams. The Fordham defense kept Duquesne in line, not allowing any shots in the opening 45 minutes. The game was scoreless until right before halftime. Duquesne was issued a yellow card. Fordham used their leading scorer, senior midfielder Daniel DiPolito, for the free kick from 38 yards out. He curled the ball into the back left of the net, past redshirt senior goalie Diego Chavez at the 40-minute, 12-second mark. The goal from DiPolito, which turned out to be the game-winning shot, was enough to give the Rams the win. With the loss, the Dukes fell at a 6-4-2 overall and 1-4 in the Atlantic 10.
This past weekend, the women's tennis team participated in the Cleveland State University Invitational. They competed Friday through Saturday and tallied 15 wins across the weekend. Friday brought 7 wins for the Dukes, 4 of which came from singles. Malia Baddix, Alexandra O'Brien, Sofia Lopez Lorenz Perez, and Sofia Serrano all claimed a win, while in doubles, Lopez Lorenz Perez and Gutierrez, as well as O'Brien and Serrano, earned the 3 other victories for the Dukes. On Saturday, the Dukes had 4 wins from singles and picked up 2 from doubles. To close out the Invitational, Ariens and O'Brien secured a win in singles.
The Dukes improved to 4-3 overall and 2-0 in NEC play, cruising to a 52-7 homecoming win over St. Francis on Saturday, October 11th at Rooney Field. The Dukes opened the game putting up 28 points in the first quarter, highlighted by an opening 94-yard kickoff return by Joel Capaccio. Quarterback Tyler Riddell threw 4 touchdowns to 4 different receivers, 3 of which came in the first quarter. Kicker Matt Marcinko added a 32-yard field goal halfway through the second quarter. Sophomore Logan Kushner connected with senior wideout Alex Gokis for both of their first career touchdowns late in the third. The Dukes got it done on both sides of the ball, forcing 2 turnovers, including a forced fumble, return for a touchdown, and an interception by T.J. Jones, both taking place in the second quarter. The Dukes began their longest end-of-season road trip since 1990, playing 4 of their final 5 games away from home. Up next for Duquesne is a matchup at Mercyhurst this Saturday, October 18th.
This past weekend, the women's volleyball team traveled to Chicago to compete against Loyola Chicago on the 10th and the 11th. Unfortunately, the Dukes lost in straight sets, but put up a good fight. This weekend, the Dukes will be back on the road to compete against Fordham this Friday and Saturday for more conference play.
This past weekend, Duquesne sent 4 runners to the Carnegie Mellon Invitational: Maxwell Hamilton, Kyle Kachansky, Isaac Nizami, and Cleveland Wall. The next race for the Dukes will be at the University of Virginia Open tomorrow.
On Saturday, October 11th, Duquesne women's cross country sent 2 runners to the Carnegie Mellon Invitational at Youthtown Fields. Senior Gina Bola finished 3rd in the women's 5K out of 183 runners, finishing with a personal best 17 minutes and 15 seconds. Junior Reagan Ryan also finished with a personal best 19 minutes and 33 seconds, placing her in 86th. The Dukes head south for their next meet in Charlottesville, Virginia, tomorrow, October 17th.
This past weekend, the women's swim and dive team opened their season competing at the Pitt Relays against Carnegie Mellon and Pitt. Notable performances included a 3rd-place finish in the 3x100 breaststroke relay by Serena Luna, Jess Burns, and Sydney Severini, and a 5th-place finish by Nora Kotnick, Sierra Snow, and Ashley Friel in the 3x100 backstroke relay. Head coach David Sheets said, "This meet was a great opportunity to test our resiliency. Most of the swimmers did all of the relays, so being able to get up and race back-to-back through 7 events on short rest was a challenge. The one thing we stressed before the meet was being able to put it all out there, regardless of how they felt as the meet progressed. I think the ladies did that." The Dukes will be back in action this weekend in Virginia at the Richmond Duels.
Thank you, guys. Now let's get right into the weather here at the Pittsburgh campus. So we got tomorrow is a bright and sunny, but cold with that 61 high and that 40 low. We're moving right into Saturday. Fall break is officially beginning with that cloudy, partly sunny, high 72, low of 48. We're moving right into Sunday. Sunday, we're definitely going to see a lot of rain here. We're going to see some 70% with that 69 high and that 51 low. We're moving right into Monday. Again, that rain is continuing, 80%, high 57, low of 47. Tuesday is continuing that, a little less with 40% chance, that 60 high and that 48 low. Wednesday, back on campus, and yes, it's still raining with that 30%, that 57 high and that 44 low. Moving right into Thursday, finally no rain, but not a lot of sun yet with that 57 high and that 44 low. And now we have Rome. So in Rome, it's going to be bright and sunny for a few days. We got that Friday sun, that Saturday sun. So Friday's got that 73 high and that 53 low. Then just in time for fall break, that 73 high and that 50 low. Sunday, you're going right into that 72 high and that 48 low, so a little colder. And then Monday is going back with that 71 high and that 46 low. Tuesday, it's going to be cloudy, that 71 high and that 48 low. Then we're going to see some rain in Rome with 55% chance, 68 high, 58 low. And then Thursday with that 40% chance of rain, that's 70 high and that 59 low here in Rome. All right, in Dublin, it is very sad. So I have a special guest here with me today, Lucy Jo DiMaggio, and she is going to pray over you guys here in Ireland.
I'm actually going to make a recommendation that you all just build an ark. I've seen the weather. You can see the weather. There is rain every single day. I bet it feels a lot like Pittsburgh, so you're not that homesick for campus. So my recommendations would be find Noah in Scripture, build the ark, and you might be okay.
There you go. All right, and for Ireland, we got some clouds tomorrow with that 60 high and that 48 low. We're moving into Saturday. Again, that's where that rain is starting with a 65% chance, that 59 high and that 45 low. We're getting into Sunday with 90% chance of rain, that 60 high and that 47 low. Monday's continuing at 70% chance, 59 high and that 59 low. And then Tuesday with the 65% chance of rain, 48 high and that 58 high and that 48 low. And that Wednesday 55% chance of rain, that 61 high and that 49 low. And Thursday that 65% chance of rain, that 58 high and that 48 low. All right, back to you guys. And Lucy Jo's magic did in fact work, because Dublin students, you're getting some more nicer weather here. right on Monday. And on Monday, we have 70% chance of rain, but it's going to be a 57 high, and we got a 50 low for you in Dublin. All right, now officially back to you guys.
Thank you, Morgan. On Monday, the Center for Career Development hosted a fall-themed midterm pop-up in the Student Union, an event where students could meet CCD members and talk about midterms while also enjoying free apple cider and candy corn. Students could also write encouraging messages for midterms on leaves and tape them to a paper tree. CCD Director Hannah Stoliano said this was a great way to encourage students who are taking the midterms and ease their nerves. Just across from the CCD table, AO Pie sold crumble cookies for a fundraiser for the Juvenile Arthritis Foundation. The Juvenile Arthritis Foundation does research on the condition and funds events like a camp for kids with arthritis. For more information about the foundation, or if you want to make a donation, visit arthritis.org.
With the fall semester halfway through, it's time to start thinking about scheduling for the spring 2026 semester. Registration opens on a staggered timeline, starting on Thursday, October 23rd, for honor students, athletes, and graduate students. Then on October 28th, any undergraduate senior with over 90 credits can begin scheduling. Juniors with 60-plus credits can begin scheduling on Friday, October 31st, followed by sophomores with 30-plus credits on Wednesday, November 5th. Finally, freshmen with less than 30 credits can submit their registration. Registration on each of these days begins at 7 a.m. Please make sure to check your degree planner and the course catalog before submitting your schedule to make sure you are taking all the classes that you need. If you have any questions or need some assistance with making your schedule, feel free to email or schedule a meeting with your success coach. Homecoming wrapped up last week with so many exciting events with something for everyone. Our Voice of Duquesne Live reporters were on scene to capture these moments.
Hi, I'm Kylie from the Voice of Duquesne Live, and today we're at the bonfire for Homecoming Week. Let's go check it out.
On Thursday, October 9th at 7 p.m., the Department of Student Life hosted a bonfire in the Assumptions Commons in honor of homecoming. Kai Javois, the Assistant Director of Resident Life, told us a little bit about what went into this event.
So Resident Life actually did an event like this with athletics the beginning of the year while the football team was here for camp. And we had a great time. It was packed. Our RAs and athletics had a wonderful time. We know this is a stressful week for people, so we figured it's kind of low-key. You can stop by if you want to, but you could hang out and kind of celebrate the fall, especially now that it's gotten a bit colder. As far as planning, it was really just, meeting students where they are.
All in all, it seemed like a great and relaxing time. Students played cornhole, had some tasty snacks, and even just sat by the warm fires with friends. Students Cassie Spear and Kiernan Wiedner told us about their time.
So me and my friends got to make some s'mores, and then later we're going to play some cornhole, which is going to be a lot of fun.
This night has been so fun. We got to sit by the fire and eat s'mores and drink hot chocolate and apple cider and be warm, and we just had a really good dinner, so it was great.
You may be wondering, why does Duquesne take the effort and use the resources just to hold fun events for students? Or what's so special about homecoming? Well, a member of the homecoming court, Christian Sullivan, has some answers for you.
I think homecoming is like a really important thing for like any school community, especially Duquesne. I feel like Pittsburgh is like such a rich hub for like college life, and I feel like so many people. I'm not from Pittsburgh, so it's been really cool coming into the culture of Pittsburgh, seeing kids my age, their parents or grandparents are all like Pittsburgh natives that come by Duquesne. There's so much history. People wear their rings. I think it's so cool to have a week or a weekend set aside for like people to sort of like embrace that culture when maybe other times of the year they don't get to.
So how do you get students to actually attend events like this?
We saw it on Instagram, and I'm like obsessed with s'mores, so I was like, why not go get s'mores? And it's also
So I saw this event on Cork, the app, and then I thought it would just be something fun and like a little get together with my friends.
Yeah, overall, I think it's been pretty bumping at these homecoming events, especially this one. I think this is pretty big turnout. We had a big turnout for the homecoming cart decorating, and from the limited events I've been able to attend, I've seen pretty good turnout.
Overall, this event seemed to be a huge success and a great way for Duquesne to build a strong sense of community. Everyone seemed to have a great time. We know we did. So be on the lookout for more events like this one in the future.
Everyone had a great time here tonight, and we hope to see you at more homecoming events coming up. This is Kylie from the Voice of Duquesne Live signing off.
Hi, my name is Madeline Groman, and today we're at the homecoming block party. Let's go check it out.
The Unico Family Pavilion was buzzing this afternoon as students, families, and alumni came together for the homecoming block party. From music and food to lawn games and raffle prizes, the event had something for everyone. Departments from across campus hosted activities, creating a chance for everyone to explore the community in a fun and engaging way. The block party had dozens of tables offering information on study abroad, alumni affairs, snacks, and more. There was even a mocktail bar which featured special Duquesne-themed drinks. Along with the Duquesne mocktails, there was also a nacho bar with all of the toppings, a candy salad bar, popcorn, free raffle tickets, and caricatures. We talked with Ashley Kane, who is the Director of Student Programming and First Year Experience, and asked her what made this year's block party special. She said,
What makes the block party special is that there's something literally for everyone. So alumni, families, parents, current students, all ages are welcome. We have food, we have fun, we have yard games, we have a special Duquesne energy drink mocktail. I just think that there's so much to do, and it's just a way for us to really gather and have fun before the homecoming and family weekend festivities really kick off tonight with our Mama Mania party.
We also asked her what students should take away from this block party, and she also said,
I think something that I would want everyone to take away for the weekend is that Duquesne is always going to be your home on the Bluff. We are here, of course, with our current students, staff, faculty, but no matter who you are, you're always a part of the Duquesne community. Once a Duke, always a Duke, and we want you to experience campus and see all of the renovations, updates, campus programming. We want you to be able to experience it all during the weekend, so we hope you have fun.
For students, the block party was more than just a break from classes. It was a chance to make memories and share traditions. It being a family weekend as well, alumni and families joined in, many saying the block party helps them feel connected to the university long after graduation. The block party was a lot of fun, so we hope to see you at other homecoming events. This is Madeline Groman signing off from the Voice of Duquesne Live.
On Friday night of homecoming weekend, Duquesne hosted a fireworks show on McCloskey Field to end the night. The Bluff was lit up Friday night when fireworks were shot off the top of Forbes' garage, giving a perfect view throughout most of campus to see.
It was so much fun watching the fireworks as a kickoff to homecoming weekend.
Families and friends gathered behind the 30-yard line to see the show, while there was hot cider being served and Duquesne picnic blankets being handed out. Many enjoyed the show throughout campus and said it was a great end to the first night of the weekend. This is Betsy Bodwin with the Voice of Duquesne Live, signing off.
My name is Brendan Flato. I'm out here on A-Walk for the Autumn Fest here at Duquesne's homecoming. A bunch of student clubs and organizations are lined up along A-Walk, giving out free food and introducing themselves to all the parents, alumni, and guests who are here for Duquesne's homecoming.
The 2025 Duquesne Autumn Fest took place during homecoming and family weekend. Everyone who attended had an opportunity to explore a variety of student organizations and activities at their booths along A-Walk before and during the football game. Family, friends, alumni, and students had the opportunity to enjoy food, games, and information with all the different clubs and activities along with the different schools at Duquesne.
Hi, Leanna Fenenberg, Senior VP for Student Life here at Homecoming and Autumn Fest. This is such an exciting time of the year because we have, of our 300 student organizations, we have dozens of them here promoting the great work that they do, advertising, fundraising, and just bringing together the campus community, including our students, families, and alumni. So it's really a great highlight of Homecoming.
I'm Julian Viani. I'm super happy to be here today. All these lovely tables here supporting a lot of really great student organizations here on campus. Every single thing here goes to either the club or a charity. It's super great to just support all these student organizations here today. I'm having a wonderful time here with my family and supporting all the great things here at Duquesne University.
I'm Ava. I'm the editor-in-chief of L'Esprit de Duke, Duquesne's yearbook. And I'm at Autumn Fest to sell past yearbooks that go all the way back to 1959. I love talking with Duquesne alumni, and we're selling yearbooks. So it's really fun to talk to alumni and hear their stories from the past here on the Bluff.
That's all for me here at Autumn Fest here at Duquesne's homecoming. Back to you guys. Thank you. The influenza and COVID-19 vaccines are available now at Duquesne. All COVID-19 vaccines will be offered by appointment only. Employees call the Center for Pharmacy Care at 412-396-2155. Students can call Health Services at 412-396-1650. Flu vaccination clinics are offered on campus throughout October. They occur Thursdays from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Vaccines are covered for employees with Duquesne University benefits. Visit duq.edu/flu for additional information or contact the Center for Pharmacy Care. To schedule an individual appointment, contact the Center for Pharmacy Care at 412-396-2155 or by email. They are located in the Molden Building at the corner of Chatham Square and 5th Avenue. For students, vaccines are covered in-network with most major health insurances. Photo of insurance cards with the subscriber information need to be uploaded into the Student Health Portal. Call 412-396-1650 to contact Health Services, which is located on the 3rd floor of Gumberg Library through the side entrance.
The Student Government Association held their latest meeting October 8th in the Student Union. Here's some highlights to keep you up to date. Join the UPass program for the T, the incline, or the buses. You just have to download the PRT app on your phone and use your Duquesne email. Then choose to be billed monthly out of pocket or have it added to your tuition. Visit Commuter Affairs with any questions. Important reminder for study abroad students. You can still become a senator. The law school is hosting a 5K this Saturday, October 18th. Be sure to check it out. The Turning Point USA Duquesne chapter was opposed at this meeting. This is not the first time, as it was disapproved a few years ago as well. SGA states that political organizations can exist on campus as long as their constitution and bylaws are in line with Duquesne's mission. SGA has been and continues to be a nonpartisan and non-biased organization.
Our Morgan Carr got the opportunity to check in with Mission Animation about Heritage Week and their office's mission. Let's see what she learned.
Thank you guys. And today I'm here with Lucy Jo DiMaggio from the Mission Animation Office. We're going to talk all things Heritage Week and more. So thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today. So can you tell us what the Mission Animation Office is?
Sure. So Mission Animation is tasked with helping people understand what it means to be a part of a Catholic Spiritan institution here and how we engage in that mission as a part of the campus community.
Perfect. So when was it formed at Duquesne?
So the mission has been a part of who we are since our beginnings, but the office itself was only formed in 2013.
And what are kind of your main mission? What are your goals through the office?
So the formation of the office was driven by the fact that we did really good with living the mission, but people couldn't always name it as that. So people were doing all these things that were mission driven, but they couldn't point to it and say, oh, this is the way I'm living out the mission or expressing the mission. So our goal is to help people in their own context of their work, whether you're a student, whether you're a faculty member, regardless of what kind of staff position you have, is to help people find a piece of one of the 3 expressions of the mission that we use and figure out how that applies to what they're doing at the university, that they can live out the mission that way.
Yeah, is there a Catholic requirement within the mission?
No, definitely not. So the mission, because the Spiritans themselves work in all sorts of contexts across the world and not ever really exclusively Catholic. In fact, they're known in many, many parts of the world for their interfaith dialogue and work. Being a part of the mission is just being a part of the university. So the 3 expressions that we use are living open to the Spirit or living open to the unknown, committing to authentic relationships and building those relationships, and walking with those on the margins. And those 3 things, I think, are highly accessible to people from all different faith backgrounds or no faith backgrounds at all.
So you recently had Heritage Week. Yeah. So how did the week go?
It went really well. We had a significant growth in the week due to a big collaboration with Student Life. We've always had strong collaborations with Student Life, but they wanted to invest a little more in the week and grow the week a little more with its student-facing programming. So we added a lot of different components. We added a 5K run. We added a cultural dinner where students could come and learn about the students that visited the Spirit missions in Tanzania and eat some really yummy Tanzanian food made by a local lady. We added on to the birthday party. The birthday party itself probably tripled in size. So lots of different components were added, as well as the components that were already there were grown quite a bit.
And what was the main goal of Heritage Week?
So 2 main goals this year. The first goal, which is always celebrate who we are. Heritage Week is rooted by the feast day of Spiritan founder Claude Poulard de Place and also the university birthday. So the birthday is October 1st. We turned 147 this year. And the feast day of de Place, who's the founder of the Spiritans, is October 2nd. So that always roots the week. But the thread we really tried to weave through the whole week this year was creating awareness and raising funds for the Spiritan Boys School in northern Tanzania in Tingiru. And it's called the Tingiru Boys School. And so we had lots of different opportunities to be able to fundraise, but also educate people on the school. So you all know you pay tuition, you have to do things, you have to do fees. This is a boarding school, so the students that attend there have to pay tuition, they have to have uniforms, they have to have fees. What we can do here with little bits makes a big difference there. So about $170 sends a student there for an entire year, including tuition, room, board, uniforms, fees, everything. So by students engaging in purchasing things at the birthday party for $1 or $2 or registering to run the 5K for $5, they were able to sponsor several boys to go to school there. And then we also had other opportunities throughout the week as well for faculty and staff to engage in to help raise funds.
So the school, the all boys school, what exactly is Duquesne's part within the school?
That's a great question. So it's Spirit and Run, which was the initial connection. And we had been taking students over to the Arusha region, which is in northern Tanzania. They began to visit. We, as you form relationships, because we value authentic relationships, we started to ask things like, is there something we can do? And the needs that were expressed at first were very small. They needed a hood for their chemistry lab. If science majors out there know that that's really important when you're mixing things to have the hood in a chem lab. And so we purchased that. We have since then raised funds, and also President Gormley has donated to build classrooms and several other pieces. We've paid for teacher salaries, different things like that. And then each summer, students from the university go on an experience visiting the Spiritan missions in northern Tanzania. And one of the spaces they spend a couple of days in is the Tingira Boys School.
Perfect. And outside of Heritage Week, how can people help even after that week?
So people can always engage with, if they want to make a donation, if it's as simple as that, they can always contact our office and we can arrange that. The bigger win, though, is when people want to come to different events that we host to learn about the school, to be a bigger part of it, or if students are interested to traveling to the region to make the trip is always great. So if you reach out to the Mission Animation Office, we're always happy to get you engaged or help create awareness in the context that you're in.
Thank you. And is there anything that you really want people to know about your office and your mission?
That it's accessible to everybody. And for students, follow us, well, faculty, staff too, but for students, follow us on Instagram at our handles Duke Mission. All of our events are posted there. We have a lot of fun things. We do a lot of celebrations because relationship and community building are important. So come out to one of our events. Try something new this year.
Yeah. What are kind of your plans for the next few years with this school? Is there anything you're really trying to accomplish?
Long term, so if you caught in the name, it's the Tingira Boys School. It's the Tingira Boys School because they never had the funds to build dormitories for girls. And because of where it's located, it's prohibitive to be able to go to school there and not stay there. They have 2 female students right now. So long term, I would love for the university to be able to come to the table and raise funds over several years to be able to build a girls' dormitory to make it the Tingira Boys and Girls School. That's sort of my pie in the sky dream for that.
Yeah. Thank you. And thank you for talking with me today.
Thank you for having me today. This has been great.
And make sure that you stay in touch with us so you can get all the updates about Mission Animation in the future. Now back to you guys.
Thank you, Morgan. Now here's this week's roundup from Provost Dawsey's Academic Insights. This year's application cycle for the John G. Rangos Senior Prize for students and faculty is now underway. The Rangos Prize program supports creative ideas from faculty and students to enhance students' learning experience. Faculty and students are invited to develop proposals for new courses, course material, approaches, and academic initiatives which consider the challenges facing new generations of students. Applications are due December 5th. The online application form is now open. The Center for Teaching Excellence will offer informational sessions for applicants in 727 Fisher Hall on Tuesday, November 11th at 11 a.m. until noon, Thursday, November 13th from 2 to 3 p.m., and Friday, November 14th from noon until 1 p.m.
Students, be sure to complete your spot surveys through Canvas before they close tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. Register for virtual CETR Journal Club. Join CETR on October 30th at noon for an informal virtual discussion about the CETR Supported Wilds Community Partnership Camera Trapping Program, a network of middle and high schools working together to monitor wildlife in our region. This Journal Club session will be led by Dr. Jan Janica and PhD candidate Joshua Robinson. I'm Tyler Moyer.
And I'm Brendan Flato, and this is the Voice of Duquesne Live.
Hope to see you next Thursday.